Hi, and welcome back. My name's Claudine, and welcome back to my new chapter in life. Today I'm going to be putting on some makeup from a company, CYO. They're a German-based company that makes the same product line number 7 that has all the good skincare. And also I'm going to discuss a couple things about my life so I can get those out the way, so down the line if I'm talking about something I won't have to maybe say something that you might not know about. So if it comes up, and then you'll know. So what else? Yeah, and that's what we're gonna do. So I hope grab a cup of tea, something cool to drink, and join me. I've already cleansed my face and moisturized it with the Nivea moisturizer. I like that moisturizer. I also use baby lotion on my face. I have sensitive skin. So right now I'm going to use, I got this in a BoxyCharm. It's Figs and Roe Soft Focus it's Soft Focus Pore Perfect HD and Matte Veil. And it's Hydropore. I do like this. I don't know how much a full size would be, but this has lasted me a very long time, and it comes out kind of like a very thin, like a serum almost, I would say. It's not thick like you know, most masks are like that putty feel. This is very thin. So a little does go a long way. So I appreciate that, because most likely it was, I think the sample or this size that they sent me was $20-some. So what I wanted to talk about is I am in active recovery. I am a recovering alcoholic addict. I've been actively sober almost a year now. I've had longer times than that, but it's been a long journey. I never had problems with alcohol when I was young, nor drugs when I was a child or young growing up in high school. Never thought of it. But after I left, my children's father was excessively, brutally abusive towards me for 10 years. After I left him, when I was 25 years old, I was a nervous wreck, because when I was with him, I wasn't allowed to carry money. I wasn't allowed to answer the phone. It was just a traumatic time in my life, and I'm glad it's over with. I grew from there. It's over. I'm 48 now, so do the math. And after I left him, I'm going to be using the CYO foundation. And this is long-lasting foundation. And I am in, it's called Raise a Glass, the color I'm in. So, and it has a pump. So I'm just going to pump some of this out and put it on my face, around my face here. Like I said, after I left him, I was a nervous wreck. And I found that all of a sudden that when I would have a beer or something like that, I would just settle down and just be calm. So I started sipping on wine coolers a lot, like every evening, and then it turned to be a day thing, and then it was like I always had an iced tea glass with ice in it, and it was always a wine cooler in there. Now, this went on for a couple years like that. It wasn't fine, but I was active with my children. I worked. I did just, and all of a sudden the wine cooler didn't work, so I switched over to vodka. I got into another relationship, and after 9 years being with this man, he raped my 12-year-old daughter by gunpoint. Now the man's in prison for 20 years. Thank God, bastard's in there. Nobody, you would never think that he would do that. We didn't know. I didn't know how to look up people on the internet and all that back then. But anyway, my daughter's fine. She recovered from it. She's a beautiful young woman. After that, my drinking went totally, I was drinking vodka all the time. I stayed in my room and I was drinking a gallon of vodka every 2 days. So I was in and out of therapy. That's when they diagnosed me. In and out of hospitals for recovery. And that's when they diagnosed me with bipolar. Seeing if I got this even. I used to use a beauty blender, but I found that it was making my skin blotchy for some reason. All of a sudden, out of the blue, it just started doing that, so I switched over to the brush. But to get back to where I was, yeah, I did that, and then I tried crack cocaine after that for the first time, and that took off terrible. I was addicted to that for 2 years, and that took me away. I would go away and leave my kids with my parents for weeks, and so yeah, that was a terrible time in my life. And then after I stopped that, I still continued the drinking, but then 5 years ago, I have arthritis in both of my legs, severe arthritis. In fact, I'm coming on a major surgery for my right foot because of an old sprain, but my arthritis has made my foot deform, so it's gone this way from my leg, like it goes like this to the right, off to the right, my foot off to the right from my leg, so they're putting it back straight. They started me on pain pills 5 years ago. I'm taking Airspun powder by Coty, and I'm putting that on my under eye. But first, oh my goodness, I forgot to put on my concealer. This is, I think I have enough of this left in here. This is highlighting. It says highlighting concealer, so. And this is a pump. This isn't as light as I would like it. They were out of the lightest shade, so this is the one that was right next to it. And this dries very fast. So what I do is I do my eyes and put it on, and then I do the other parts too, so it doesn't dry on me. But so I was on pain pills, and of course, being that I have an addictive personality and depression, I became addicted to those. That became an addiction to sniffing heroin, because I couldn't afford, after the doctors found out that I was addicted to the pain pills. Of course, they stopped me, and then I had to start buying them out on the street. Of course, I couldn't afford them. They were too expensive. So I went for the cheaper thing. Unfortunately, I'm not going to call myself weak. I just have a very addictive personality. I also have severe ADHD and depression. And without being on the correct meds and me making myself stay on the correct meds, I need other, or I want other substances to I think, enhance me. Because I thought it made me have more energy, more whatever. But it didn't. It just made my life crazy. So, 3 years ago, I went to treatment, and I went on, I know a lot of people think that this is just another heroin, but no, it's not. Suboxone is a medication. In fact, now they're using it for people that just have depression, that don't even have drug addictions. Now I'm going to bake with the Airspun powder. And I don't heavily go and bake, because being that I'm older, I do have wrinkles there. Well, and because I did take care of my skin the last 10 years. If I do that heavy baking, it looks worse than the wrinkles already are. So I just do my Airspun powder, and I just tap it. And then I just take the powder and I tap it all over me. Yeah. So I went into treatment for 14 days at a good treatment center here in Wisconsin, Rogers. I got on Suboxone. And I had a couple slip-ups the last 3 years, but I've been doing awesome. I had to live my life. I had to learn how to live my life sober. I have a beautiful family, and I have a beautiful 4-year-old granddaughter. Her name's Renia Rose, and she's my world. And if I wasn't sober, I wasn't allowed to see her. So the first year of her life, I was in and out of sobriety. So I didn't get to witness much of her first year, which I can never get back. But now I'm with her all the time. I babysit her. I just watched her yesterday. I see her almost every day. So that right there is one of the best things that keeps me sober. Plus myself. I'm learning to love myself, and I'm getting to the root of why I need substances to dab my eyes here. Why I think I need drugs or alcohol to mask my feelings, or to try to find a feeling. What feeling am I trying to find? Excuse me, I need a drink. Okay, for contour, I'm going to use the CYO contour kit. It's called Girls on Contour. This is the fair. They had a medium and a dark, and it comes with a highlighter. And this highlighter, I am telling you, when I put it on, you can see it. I know my camera, it's my phone. It's not that good of color. I apologize. I do want to get a better camera, but right now, I'm on disability because of the surgery I have to have. Plus, I have to have both knees replaced after the foot surgery. So, yeah, but I'm on the right medication for my bipolar now. So that is key. If you have bipolar or ADHD or whatever, don't be ashamed of it. Don't hide it. Don't think that if you're feeling good, you don't need your meds or stuff like that, because it's a chemical imbalance. That's all it is. And my meds balance it. That's what meds do. So I'm also on a medication for my ADHD because I can have a million things to do, and I get bored. It's just a thing in my brain that I always feel bored, or wanting to do crazy stuff, dangerous, exhilarating stuff. Just always try to go, and it's nuts. I'm not crazy, but the chemical imbalance in my brain is hard. So thank God that they've, I think, found the right combination. Just go around here. Now I gotta, where'd it go? Smaller brush here. Just gonna contour my nose. Sorry, I'm quiet. It's like I have to deeply concentrate to do a straight line. um, but I'm very blessed to have a supportive family through this. They never gave up on me, and I swear, I don't know if I would have not given up on me. So, okay, for my blush, I've got two blushes by them. I've got a real pretty peach. Now this one is Crush on Blush. This is called Tell It Straight. It's a real pretty pink. I wish you could see it. It's a peachy pink. I'm trying to get it in the light right, maybe. It's got like a glow to it. I'm cleaning my brush off from the last. I'm gonna just go real lightly over my cheeks. And since I'm older, if I know maybe you don't if you're my age, but our face, that's why we have face lifts. I go down right here and just kind of go up like that, right at the base of the apples, and that kind of is supposed to give the illusion of them being up higher. Then I'm going to go in just for a little punch. This is called Unfiltered. Now it looks purple in the camera. See, that's how my camera is. It's really pink. It's a hot pink. And all I'm doing is I'm just like lightly dotting my brush, and then I'm blotting it on a towel. And I'm just going over just that area that I just said. And I'm not even pushing on my brush. Okay, now in for my bronzer. And if you get too much, you know, you can always go back in with your brush. I'm using their bronzer. And this is for fair. And it's called When the Sun Don't Shine. I like their packaging. It reminds me of like the NARS, just basic packaging. And I got this brush online from Miss A. I don't know if you're familiar with them. They have a line of brushes that is really good. I just go a little bit above my contour when I bronze. I mean, maybe like a quarter of an inch. And I think that blends with the blush good, and it kind of ties everything in together. And I go down sides of my nose, a little bit of my chin, there. Okay, now for highlighter. It's such a pretty, it's like a champagne color. When I put mine right where basically everybody puts theirs. And then sometimes I'll just go a little bit right here. don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see. But it's really pretty. And then I just go down the middle of my nose. I just kind of blend mine in. And I like it because you can build this up and really make it like bam. But if you blend it in, it really gives this really natural glow. Oh, that crack right there looks terrible. Just kind of put it wherever, you know, the sun might hit, or, yeah, you can see it glows. So pretty, and it's just really nice. I have another highlighter, gold, that kind of looks like the Fenty Beauty, what's the gold one? I can't remember the name anyway. I have one that looks just like that. It's a dupe for it. I got off of Miss Hayes site that I'll put right up on top and mix it with this, and it's gorgeous. Okay, now for my eyebrows. First I go in with this NYX. It's a tinted brow mascara. I have a little mirror I use right here next to me, a tabletop mirror. That's why I glance over here, because I don't want to be gaping into the camera and using that as my mirror. My daughter's going to be doing my brows for me, shaping them for me tomorrow, microblading them. I guess that's, I don't know what that is really, so I shouldn't say that. She's going to be trimming them and all that stuff. They finally grew out. That's what we've been waiting for them to grow out. I have very, very blonde eyebrows, but I had trimmed them and shaved them down when I went, not shaved them off, but was shaving them really low when I wasn't doing my makeup. So all I had to do was just take a pencil and draw. It was terrible. And so they got really, really bad. And then I go over it with, if I can find it, this. It's a felt tip. It's a marker. It's called the Brow Tint Pen. It's from Milani. And this one is in Natural Taupe. I'm doing sort of like a natural look the last week or so, that like totally drawn up to the gods, which I think looks very good. Don't get me wrong, I love that. In fact, that's what I want, but I want it long enough where I can keep it where if I want like a natural look too. I like drool over some of these women's eyebrows. Because I mean, you can, if you're in a rush, if you do your eyebrows and put some lipstick on, you can be put together. It's like, it's like an important, it frames your face. I cannot see right. I'm getting a circle light and the 2 box lights next month. So I don't know if I want the camera first or the thing, because I have to do it month to month. I can't do everything at once. So I wish I could. Wouldn't that be sweet? Okay, and then I just take a spoolie and kind of put some natural ones out there. I have 2 scars in this left eyebrow, so it's so hard to get it even. Ah, there we go. That's good enough. Okay, for lips, what I do is I put the this is from Soap and Glory. It's called the Pillow Plump. It's I think it works a little bit. I have a very thin upper lip. So I put this on and let that sit on there for a little bit. Oh, I gotta get a drink here. Be right back.